was 3 years old when I was diagnosed.
I was diagnosed when I was 6.
I was first diagnosed with arthritis when I was 12 years old, actually on my birthday.
I was 13 in grade 8.
I think I was 7, 8. 7, 8 around.
Juvenile idiopathic arthritis, or JIA, affects about one child in every 1,000. Many schools have at least one student with juvenile arthritis in their student body. People are often surprised to learn that juvenile arthritis can start at any time in childhood, from 12 months to 16 years of age.
I only knew about the arthritis old people usually develop.
We never thought that even kids, grade 2, 8 years old girls could get arthritis.
The two main types of arthritis in kids are oligoarticular arthritis, where the illness affects up to 4 joints, usually involving the knees, and polyarticular arthritis, which affects 5 or more joints, often including the fingers and toes. Children with oligoarticular JIA are also at risk of developing uveitis, or chronic inflammation in the eyes, which can be very serious.
Pretty much everywhere, like in the knees, in the wrist, in the jaw, in the eyes also, because I had uveitis.
It affected me mostly in my ankles, my wrists, my toes, and my fingers.
The symptoms are really bad, like hitting my knee with a hammer. It's really bad.
I have it in my knees and my ankles.
Usually when I wake up, my fingers are really stiff, and I take a shower, so I guess the heat in the shower kind of helps me reduce the stiffness. It takes about an hour and a half to exercise my fingers and just go through with my morning routine.
It's a longer process with someone with arthritis like me, because in the mornings it's not as easy as others, and it's kind of harder for me to get to school, so I wake up extra earlier than I'm supposed to.
So far, the actual cause of juvenile arthritis remains a mystery. We do know that it's an autoimmune disorder where the body's own immune system attacks tissues in or around the joints. The fluid in the joints causes pain and swelling. Eventually, this inflammation can lead to permanent damage. Juvenile arthritis affects each child differently. Flare-ups can last weeks or months, then go into remission, leaving the child symptom-free. When the disease is active, the pain can vary dramatically, even within the same day.
And it was more in the mornings. In the morning it would hurt a lot, so my friends would see it would hurt a lot. But then after lunch it would be all better. Then they would think I was lying.
I have to remind my teachers that I can't do this. I also remind them that I have arthritis and that I'm hurting. Sometimes my teachers, they forget. It got to a point where I thought it was my fault that they can't remember that I have arthritis.
If it happens in the middle of class and my hands start hurting, then my teacher gets annoyed, or she'll be yeah, you couldn't have told me this an hour ago. I guess I kind of feel bad when it happens. I can't really control it, so.
Juvenile arthritis can have a huge impact on kids' schooling, starting with missed school days.
Arthritis caused me to miss school all the time.
Well, some days I didn't go to school because I was in too much pain, I couldn't walk.
I have to go see a lot of appointments, especially my occupational therapist and my rheumatologist, because I have to go to a clinic to do my medication because I do it through intravenous. So I can't really do that at home or at school.
Kids with arthritis often face difficulties at school in many unexpected ways.
The biggest challenge is handwriting. Writing for a prolonged period causes pain, and it makes it very challenging for those children to be able to finish their work on time. Again, if their hands are affected, to be able to carry their books around, the ability to open their locker, even the ability to open their lunch boxes and manage all the container in their lunch box can be difficult. Sometimes they are a little bit more slow, or they have a harder time managing stairs.
Sometimes my writing, on certain days when my hands get really bad, when my hands are swollen or stiff, I can't really read my writing. Usually I write with my iPad, so I type. It makes it a lot easier.
Sometimes I'd have to find other ways to write things instead of using my hands because that was difficult.
Children with arthritis need to take anti-inflammatory medications to control the disease and undergo regular blood tests. The medications often have side effects, and some medications put children at increased risk of infection.
One medication is taken by injection once a week, and it's called methotrexate. And the other one is taken by has to be taken by infusion once a month.
They put injections in my fingers, in my toes. The day after the whole operation, everything sort of ached for a bit. I couldn't feed myself at all. I couldn't get up. I had to lay down and rest for a bit.
I think I used to take around 54 pills per week.
There are many simple ways teachers and educators can make a huge difference in helping young people with arthritis cope at school.
What we do is we allow those kids to be scorekeepers. Sometimes they'll do the marking in the book. Sometimes they'll help me with some equipment. So I'm able to incorporate them into the everyday class activities.
I've had situations where I had to, where I just couldn't take it, and I had to sit out, especially during gym class.
In gym class, my teacher knows my limits, so I would just do maybe 2 laps less than the other kids and still get a good mark, because she knows that my knee and my hands are not always in good conditions.
So I take a look at what they have done and I'll just mark them on that. I won't punish them for not being able to do certain activities.
Most children with arthritis move between the world of the well and the world of the disabled. Many will have periods when they can compete and keep up with others, but then need assistance or accommodation when their arthritis flares up.
The look of, I guess, pity, that oh, that kid has arthritis, how sad. But we don't want that. We don't need that.
I think first thing I would do as a teacher would be to go and find out about it, research it so that when you're sitting down with a child, you can show them that you care about it, that you want to know about it.
I think the teachers should help this child to have the same experience than the other child, but a bit differently. Like they don't feel abandoned and they don't feel like the other kids that can do this and I can't do it.
With your encouragement, a little accommodation, and compassion, a young person with arthritis can go on to become.
I would like to be a cook.
I think I want to be a fashion design or an interior designer.
I want to be a teacher or a pilot.
I would like to be a doctor.
Maybe a psychologist on how to just help them with life.
I would like to be a motivational speaker about juvenile arthritis, and I could help a lot of young kids overcome their challenges.
Not really. I have special needs, but I'm not a child with special needs. I just need tools to help me.
Before I was I should keep this inside, they don't need to know that, what it will change in their life to know my story or whatsoever. But now I think I should open up to people and they should know that some kids have that disease.